You're watching SportsFource Extra on KTIV.
Welcome back, folks, to SportsFource Extra. Out in South Dakota, Siouxland features two top-ranked teams, one of which, that's the Yankton Bucks. And the Bucks, they found themselves in a top-5 fight as third-ranked Pierre T.F. Riggs came to town. Out to historic Crane-Youngworth Field we go. We'll pick up first quarter here. Bucks, they're smelling pay dirt. They give it to Carson Crowell, and KK is A-OK. That's a touchdown, and it's 7-0 Yankton. Governors looking to respond. Caleb Loonsbury drops back. He'll launch one downfield, but Cale Hasselhorst with the high point, and the seniors going the other way. Hasselhorst will get a nice return in here before being brought down, and the Bucks, they're back at the goal line. This time, they give to Jace Sedlacek, and if you've got a name like that, you run tough. The senior bulldozes his way in for the score. However, Pierre T.F. Riggs would make this a game. They get a little momentum here in the third quarter from Carter Merrill as he plunges in for 7. This one came down to the wire, but Yankton comes out on top 35-28. Our other top-ranked team in South Dakota, Elk Point Jefferson on the road at Beersford. Very first offensive play for EPJ, and this is a doozy. Bo Schmitz with a rock. He'll find a hole, gets through the defense, and Schmitz is zipping down the sideline for a 72-yard touchdown, and the Huskies lead 7-0. Beersford works their way into the red zone. They'll try a field goal, but it's blocked. Ball's recovered by Anthony Tatro. Tatro off to the races. 68 yards. The return, and EPJ, they lead 13-0, and the Huskies weren't done with the big plays. Schmitz again with the ball. He runs hard, shaking off defenders. A big rush eventually leads to the score on the drive. EPJ, they win 49-14. Two teams looking to get above 500 as Dakota Valley and Lennox square off. We'll pick up first quarter. Reed Herbold from 41 yards out. Good. And that'll make it 3-0 Dakota Valley. Also, shout out to the high schooler rocking a Montreal Expos jersey in 2025. Nice kid. Second quarter now, DV with it. They give it to Bennett Lucan, and that hole split open like Moses was at the Red Sea. Lucan scores, and it's 10-0 Panthers. Stay in the second. Lennox gives to Shaden O'Lean, who will O'Lean his way out of a couple of tackles before busting this thing to the outside and racing up the sideline. Now it's 10-7. That would get the Orioles going. They win 43-23. Since losing their opening game, the Norfolk Catholic Knights have rattled off 3 straight wins, and now the second-ranked Knights, they hit the highway for a battle with Ponca. Indians enter this matchup at 1-3 on the season. First drive, first play of Ponca's possession. Caden Cleveland pitches the ball out of the grasp of Cole Bostwick. Norfolk Catholic's Miles Ramaker able to dive and take the ball away from the Indians. Very next play, Catalin Marshall throws up to James Landman. However, Ponca returns the favor. They're able to get a defensive turnover as a Kyan Byrne intercepts it. However, next offensive possession for the Knights, Callan Marshall hands it off to Will Brockhouse. Brockhouse is in for a touchdown. That puts the Knights up early, 6-0. It would be all Knights in this one. They beat the Indians 42-3. South Sioux City looking for their second win of the season as they host Lincoln Southwest. 5-minute mark to go in the first half. Lincoln Southwest stature. Shelton tries to get it to Grady Vernon, but he'll underthrow it. Eric Moreno intercepts it, and it's Cardinals ball now. Next offensive drive for the Silverhawks. Third and long. Thatcher Shelton will step up into the pocket. Launch one deep to Alex Dawes with a little toe tap there inbounds for a big game. Same drive. We're in the red zone. Shelton hands it off to Luke Mitchell. Mitchell runs to the outside, stretches out his arms near the pylon, and he's in for the touchdown. Lincoln Southwest, they pick up the win in this one. 56-0. 56-0. Battle of 3-1 teams. Norfolk hosts 7th-ranked Papillion La Vista South. We'll start in the first quarter. Titans, Colin Rayborn tosses over to Chester Mendoza. He'll score, and it's a 24-point lead for Papillion La Vista South. Later on, Titans trying to keep that momentum, but Tanner Wagner, he'll stop him in their tracks, force a punt there. However, Titans, Ayul Jew will hand off to Mendoza, who brings in another touchdown, and Papillion La Vista South wins this one 49-0. The Wayne State Wildcat volleyball team once again off to a great start this season, and the Cats, at the end of the day, 9-2 and in the midst of a 4-match win streak. Cats looking to make it 5 in a row as they battle Minnesota Duluth in a ranked matchup. We'll start right in the first set. Wildcats looking to set this up for the point. Duluth Madison Reed is there for the save. Molly Rupp sends home the spike. UMD leads the set. Wildcats look to call back though. They'll set up Laney, Cathell, and Cathell. Look out below. We're tied up. Later on, Ava Jones going to come up with the dig for the Bulldogs. And Rupp with another kill to give the Bulldogs the lead. Wildcats won't let up, though. They'll set up Chloe Haniel. And Haniel just able to find Pine. Wildcats pick up the win in this one in 5 sets. They win 3-2. All right, Siouxland, time to find out where all of you guys were tonight. Let's go ahead and check out our latest edition of FanForce. Once again, FanForce Hall of Famer Michael Wolgen. He was at that MOC Floyd Valley Algona game. I bet he's really proud of the Dutchman out there tonight. That was a great game out of them. Moving on, check out our next one. This is from Carolyn Phillips. Shout out to Carolyn. That's our chief photog, Acacia Phillips' mom. She was at the Westwood Council Bluffs St. Albert game. Thanks for sending in your photos. Now, tell you what, folks, if you want to be a part of FanForce, all you got to do, take a photo at whatever game you're at, send it in to connect@ktiv.com.
We're the MOC Floyd Valley Dutchman cheerleaders.
And SportsFource Extra will be right back. Go Dutch!